Yeah. And we're back again. The 19th installation
for the nation.
You already know.
Off season preview.
With your New York
Knicks.
Fam, when was the last time this team was relevant?
Knicks.
Little season with
Patrick Ewing. Hey.
Oh, you're evil. Mellow. There was a little
Carmelo. They had a little Porzingis thing.
A little sprinkle a little bit of Jeremy Lin.
The Lin sanity. They had that. You had the little Porzingis thing.
Did they? I don't think that team made the playoffs, so did it?
No, but as in terms of like the team was popping because of Porzingis. Yeah. Bro, that guy, what happened to that guy's career, man? I know it's off topic, but
where are you now? Other than that, it probably is back to Patrick Ewing, fam. That's the cheeky little gap, fam. That's what the early 90s, early to mid 90s, all the way to the 2010s, fam.
Nothing.
Space back to now, fam.
So I say one thing. Lucky that the team is based in New York, innit?
100%.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Knicks fans. I'm not even trying to get at you because you guys are a loyal fan base. Because you guys get excited and support your team hard. Me and Professor have actually been to a Knicks game as well. It's not trying to lie. Knicks gang.
Yeah.
But
versus Raptors.
Yeah, but I guess that was kind of a dead game. But without the team being in New York, as a franchise, oh my day, it will be probably the worst franchise in the league.
100%.
Because you get a lot of tourists that want to go watch a basketball game. New York's that place. Isn't it one of the most expensive franchises?
Yeah, for basketball, it's up there in sports. It's one of the most.
Yeah, and it's like it's a shame though. It's a shame.
But let's not keep it all the
future's bright. The future's bright.
The future's bright. You had a rebound season last season, but I just feel like everyone's maybe gassed the team up a little bit too much.
I think you know what it is. I think last season they did exceptionally well, full seed, right? Made the playoffs or whatever. However, this season a lot of other teams have made enough moves to almost push the Knicks back down again.
And it's a proper season now. It's not like no more injuries. Well, hopefully, fingers crossed, not as many injuries. That took a toll on the older players last season, as you can see. This was one of a younger team. I don't know, Daniel. I just look at it. I just look at the roster. I just don't get that vibe that there'll be like a full seed. Definitely not.
Not a full seed again.
Definitely not a full seed.
We'll get into that where we put them.
He's the best player.
Best player. It was a weird one. I was stuck between two, but we decided in the end on Derrick Rose.
Just from when it came to squeaky bum time, as we say in the UK. So when the pressure got turned up,
when push comes to shove,
he seemed to be the guy in the playoffs last season that was actually the best player on the team. I didn't see, obviously the game plan. Obviously, if you shut down Julius Randle, it gives you a higher chance.
He had a rough playoffs, very rough. Yeah. I even watched a few of those games as well. Rough.
I know people get at us and say obviously it should be Julius Randle. He just signed the extension. But I don't know. I'm still going to kind of give it to D Rose. I feel like he was the guy. He was the main guy in the playoffs, in my opinion. So hopefully we have a nice. It'll be good to see Julius Randle have another season.
Definitely.
That guy. That'll be good to see, man. Work on it in the off season. See what he comes back.
Who you actually watching for?
The person I need to watch is one of the acquisitions. Cardiac Kemba.
Cardiac Kemba.
Hey. Back in playing for his hometown. Last season wasn't great for him with Boston. Got traded to your Oklahoma City Thunder.
He was there for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, but if he can have a bounce back season, look like the Kemba of old from Charlotte, that's probably going to be the thing that will make sure this team is solidly in.
If Julius Randle and Kemba are popping, the team's popping.
Yeah.
For me, I'm looking for Quigley. I feel like
Quigley, whoa.
Quigley, whoa. To me. Hey, that's fam. If that's not his intro song, He needs to get out of the New York DJ. Yeah, for me, like, I feel like he showed a bit as a rookie last season. I feel like he showed a bit of potential. He was up there in like the top 5 rookies of the year.
And he wasn't even the highest pick.
No.
Was a higher pick, innit?
Yeah. He has a nice little floater. You know, he has a nice little floater. It's been a minute since there's been a decent floor in the league.
Yeah.
So I just want to keep an eye on him and see if he's improving in his second year.
If I'm going to look at the second year guy on that team, it's probably be Obi Toppin, because he was supposed to be the pick.
Athletic and aggressive. Yeah, he's an athletic, aggressive guy.
Looked decent in the summer league, so hopefully he comes back like looking. To be honest, if Quickly, Toppin, Kemba Walker and Julius Randle have a good season, I can see why people think.
And Derrick Rose, obviously.
Yeah. They got players. They got solid players on the team. I'd be hating if I said the players weren't solid. What about the hot takes? What do you think?
Like we said, it needs to be a 30 outing.
Yeah.
By everybody on the roster. It's a team where, like, if 1 or 2 people don't have their foot on the gas, it will be obvious and it will actually affect the team. The team needs to be popping. Like, Robinson needs to have a good season. RJ Barrett needs to be popping. He had a decent season last season. Little breakout thing.
I rate RJ Barrett. So far, he's looking at one of the better picks from that draft. I think he played better than Zion Williamson.
He also looks like such a classic man.
He's a classic man. Hey. What
about you?
Yeah, but I think for me, I would say, like, you're right. It kind of, when I think about it, I was thinking as a team that maybe is not as good as people think they're going to be. But from what you just said, it kind of hinges on like a lot of people being good. Obviously, I think we need a breakout season from RJ Barrett, Mitchell Robinson. If he pops up, he was injured last season. There are so many people for this team. This team relies on players that are reaching their potential. If a few of these players reach their potential, I can see why people would think they'd be a really good team. I kind of think, though, last season they kind of took advantage of like a bit of a weird season.
Well, they definitely did. They definitely did.
Yeah.
But you know what? Sometimes you make your own luck in the hit.
Yeah, it's true. You can't
hate at that. They took advantage and credit where credit's due.
And you always rate Tom Thibodeau because you know Thibodeau's teams are always going to play hard. It's always the same format. For some reason, Derrick Rose is going to come along. Taj Gibson's going to come along. For some reason, they're always going to have a 30 little scorer off the bench.
They're actually a big three, fam.
Yeah, it's actually a madness, isn't it? But yeah, no, shout out to them brothers.
7th to 11th seed. We're thinking playoff, play-in tournament.
Yeah,
but still playoffs, most likely still playoffs, but just not that full seed that they had.
Yeah,
there's a lot of teams that have done a lot of off-season trades and boosted their rosters.
If that potential thing works out, seventh, so don't have to be in the play-in tournament, comfortably just in that playoff position. But if things drop, worst case scenario is they just miss the play-in, which would be. I'd hate being in. If that man miss the play-in tournament, I'd hate to be in New York, fam.
Riot gang.
Oh, right. Someone's going to trade. Because I don't want the team to always... The one thing the team's done good for the past couple of seasons since, like, new management's taken over is they trust the process a little bit more. Before they used to be doing mad things, trying to side people.
In and out.
KD's coming to New York. Like, all of that mad stuff. Like, always hoping that someone was going to... Like,
you know why? Because New York, as a city... It sells it, bro. It sells it.
The biggest market, isn't it?
Yeah, it sells it. New York sells it itself.
Really. But yeah, the off-season transactions, Evan Fournier, has always been a solid player for Orlando. It'd be good to see him like in New York, see if he can just bring consistent scoring.
Oh, he's going to go to a team that's actually going to be a plus 500.
And the thing is with Evan Fournier, fam, I hope he can handle the pressure in it.
Fam, it's a lot of pressure, fam.
The draft picks, what they got?
They got two first round. They got their own pick and some form, some way protected or whatever it is. They might have Charlotte's pick as well.
I think overall for New York, bro, when you look at it, very solid team. Still quite a few young players who, if they hit their potential, we're looking at a potential dangerous team. So a team that it's not going to be an easy out. You know they're well coached by Tom Thibodeau. But because they're young players as well, and some veterans who are on the old side, it could also hit that other end of the spectrum.
And that is why all the cogs need to be turning. So if all the cogs are working, the team, like we said, and everyone's playing to their highest potential, it's a decent team. But Knicks fans,
can say that for a lot of teams, but for this team, I think it actually stands true. For this, cogs need to be turning New York Knicks.
But New York fans, but Knicks fans, Let us know in the comments. Are you excited? Are you scared? Are you thinking you're going to be as good as you were last season? Are you looking forward to having Cardiac Kemba on your team? Or Hairline Fournier? Let us know in the comments. Hit us up. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace out.
A-Town.